Hey guys, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be looking at the Daybreaker. Daybreaker is an incredibly good weapon. It's a spear, one hand spear to be exact. Very strong compared with the other spears for the simple reason it has an exceptionally powerful special ability, Breakthrough. Breakthrough allows you to charge at a long distance while being immune to CC, and you remove the buffs from your enemies. Every single enemy you pass through, you're going to remove their buff, making it incredibly valuable in PvP and also in PvE, allowing you to deal a lot of damage across multiple targets. On top of this, being one-handed spear, you're allowed to have an offhand. I like to go with the torch. And in terms of armor, I go for cloth headgear, which is sometimes the cultist call, sometimes the scholar, according to the situation. And with regards to boots, I go either scholar sandals or soldiers boots. Now, the soldiers is for survivability, giving you that extra HP. The scholar sandal is for that energetic sprint. The cultist cowl you use in terms of damage versus PvE, although it also sometimes works in PvP. In truth, it is incredible. Now, how do you use such a build? Oh, I've completely forgot. You need a merc jacket or a stalker's jacket. Merc jacket is really useful when you're playing solo and you want to have that extra survivability, especially if you take 2 cloth armor. You want that. It synergizes extremely well with your W, and it allows you to just keep your health going. Now that that's out of the way, how do you play with this build? The whole concept is that you need to build your Qs. With your Q, you're going to be choosing the lunging strike. The lunging strike gives you the ability to essentially deal not enormous amounts of damage in a 9-meter long line, 300 or so according to what rank you have, and slows down the enemies for a long period of time. But each enemy hit gives you a spirit charge, and each spirit charge gives you more auto attack damage by 28%, which stacks up to 3 times, making your spear essentially deal almost 100% extra damage per hit when you have it fully stacked. Then for your W, I go Forester Spears or sometimes Impaler. This is based on what enemies you're going against. PvE, Forester Spears is amazing. When you go PvP, switching to Impaler will help you to make sure you keep all enemies within your range while dealing a lot of damage. Against certain enemies, deflecting spin is going to be really useful because your damage resistances are increased immensely and you're reflecting 100% of incoming damage. That said, it's only for 3.5 seconds and people can see your animation while doing so, so keep that in mind. And while fighting, you need to be careful. You're going to be meeting quite a few enemies that can and will kill you. The whole concept of this build, though, is hit and run. You're going to be hitting enemies from a distance, basically kiting them down to the point that when you actually finally charge and go with your breakthrough and do your combo, they will not have time to live. Essentially, you get finisher as well as constant stream of damage. PvE, this is really easy. Use your Q, your W, Q, and then if they're still alive, E. With regards to PvP, you're going to be playing it a little bit more safe while hunting, so you're going to be making sure that your abilities are being triggered at the right time as you're going along. In PvP, you especially are going to shine in 1v1s or in small groups, even though in large groups you get the opportunity to shine much more when you're able to debuff an entire group of enemies at the same time. However, for that I would recommend having something like the Justier armor, as this allows you to survive the resulting focus that will happen on you. It would pair well with a weapon such as the carving sword, because if you debuff the entire enemy and then cleanse them of any buffs they have, you'll be able to do some incredible stuff. The build is fantastic in the mists because you're able to do an incredible amount of damage to your mobs, enemies, etc. But it also does shine in red zones. But it also does shine when you're doing hunting and tracking of mobs. Dungeons, it's always good to have a spear, especially with Forest of Spears. You're going to be doing a lot of damage, and with a good team, group dungeons will be easy. However, it is not a highly recommended weapon for that. I feel Daybreaker is really, truly shines when it comes to combat on small groups and in PvP. PvE, it is amazing just purely because of the amount of damage it can portray in one go. And its combos generally make PvE enemies last very little. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you find it useful, and yeah, enjoy yourself a good ass spear. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.